Okay, something else we need to talk about. Obi-Wan started this week, also on Disney Plus. Chris, have you seen this one yet?
I have not. I'm planning on it.
Okay.
But
All right, I have seen, well, sort of, seen the first two episodes of Obi-Wan. All right, write this down on the calendar. This doesn't happen often. I'm doing 2 reviews in a single week. Okay, Obi-Wan. This occurs between... Now, if you didn't hear me because I leaned away too far from the microphone. Now, between episode 3 and episode 4, the first real Star Wars movie, okay? So this is before Luke Skywalker shows up. You've got Luke and you've got Leia. Remember, spoiler alert, they are twins and they were brother and sister in the original Star Wars thing. Obi-Wan gets sent off to keep an eye on Luke on, what is that, Tatooine? Something like that. What the name of that little desert planet was. Meanwhile, Leia goes to be a princess with some royal couple in Alderaan or whatever. Anyway. So the first episode starts. You've got Obi-Wan. He doesn't want to be a Jedi anymore. He keeps talking about he's not a Jedi. There's another Jedi running around. Hey, Obi-Wan, I need a Jedi to back me up. Oh, I'm not a Jedi anymore. But you were a Jedi. No, I'm not a Jedi anymore. But you used to be the best of the Jedi. I'm not a Jedi anymore. The Jedi are dead. The Jedi are on the run. I have nothing to do with the Jedi. This is not the Jedi you're looking for. I don't even know what happened to this other Jedi because I fast-forwarded through it. I was so tired of this after, and this is 15 minutes into episode 1. I start skipping ahead. We get introduced to some kind of power couple for the, whoever the bad guys are, the Sith. I think it's a misspelling, but the Sith. You have one called the Grand Inquisitor, who's pasty white, by the way. Remember that, because that's important to the filmmakers. The other one is a black chick, and she just wants to go in. She just wants to kick everybody's butt. She just wants to kill everybody and just torture information out of people. And the Grand Inquisitor is saying, that's not the way we do things here. Needless to say, by the end of the episode, she scrags him, leaves him dead in the middle of wherever. And she's going to go find Obi-Wan because she's got a mad on for Obi-Wan. By golly, she will kill Obi-Wan. And I didn't care. So I fast-forwarded right into the credits of episode 1, where I found out in the recap on episode 2 that Leia, meanwhile, has been kidnapped by somebody. I don't know who. I don't care. But Leia is, like, at this point, about an 8-year-old girl, Luke, which means Luke's about an 8-year-old boy. And heaven knows, 8-year-old boys never get into trouble on their own, Obi-Wan. So Obi-Wan's basically telling Leia's adoptive parents, I can't do anything, I gotta watch Luke. I can't do anything, I gotta watch Luke. You're looking for a Jedi, I'm not a Jedi anymore, I gotta watch Luke. Finally he gives in, he goes, rescues Leia. And Leia gives him sassy mouth. And black chick is going around, she's killing more people, and she's closing in. And we close the end with Anakin laying there in the middle of some kind of Bactine field or something with the respirator on, and you hear Darth Vader's breathing. Wow, this was a waste of time. Talk about stretching a plot out. This is a film, this should have been a 2-hour film. Not a trilogy, okay? Definitely not an 8-part miniseries, because the writers have zero content that they're putting into this. You can tell, you can smell the fail coming off of this thing from a mile away. I was not impressed at all. Like I said, I fast-forwarded. I may have watched, total on the first episode, I watched 24 minutes, I would say. Give or take, and that's probably being generous. On the second one, I actually got up and went to the bathroom in the middle of the rescue attempt for Leia. That is how boring this was. Now, understand, I'm not a Star Wars fan. Okay? I'm not really a Star Wars fan. I like the first two. Okay? The real first two. I liked Star Wars. I liked Empire Strikes Back. Everything beyond that, except for maybe the Baby Yoda show, has just been pure falderall to me. I couldn't care less.
Like the
As an
falderall.
outsider, and boy, Disney's been real good at marketing the falderall lately. Because I've already laid into Chip and Dale. Okay, I know you liked it a lot better than I did. I won't even give it a chance. I'm not watching any more Obi-Wan. I don't care if Baby Yoda's in this show or not. I know he's not, because this takes place before The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian's supposed to take place after what, episode 9? After the last sequel or something?
I give up on the time.
And I'm giving up on Star Wars. I've already given up on Star Trek. I'm about to give up on Doctor Who. So it's just, I gave up on Star Trek, honestly. Back when Deep Space Nine went off the air, I gave up. I didn't watch Voyager. I didn't watch Enterprise. Didn't watch... No, I take it back. I did watch one of the reboot films and was so disgusted by what I saw that I swore I'd never watch it until everybody involved was dead. And that means, including the cameraman. Everybody involved in that Star Trek reboot, from J.J. Abrams down, has to die before I'll ever give Star Trek another chance. And understand, Star Trek was a hippie franchise to begin with. They were trippy-dippy hippies there all the way back in 1966. They've always been flaming liberal on that show. But now they've just gotten so disgusting, I don't even pay attention to it anymore. Star Wars is now to that point for me. After watching 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, I'm so tired of waiting for them to get to the point. The difference between Star Wars, real Star Wars, and Empire Strikes Back, and everything else they've done since, there's 2 things. Merchandising, because boy, they got real good on merchandising by the time they finished with Empire Strikes Back. But at least they finished the movie before they started doing the movie merchandise. Merchandise created Return of the Jedi and all the other 6 films and everything else since. So merchandise, and the other thing is Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back had tightly written plots with coherent subplots. They moved at a good pace. It was fast-paced, it was action-oriented, and you could actually tell there was a story building here. Was it the level of, say, The Godfather? No. But as far as sci-fi, it was really, really good. Was it Lord of the Rings? Actually, it became Lord of the Rings. You know why? Because Lord of the Rings suffers from the beginning, and here comes the blasphemy, all you Tolkien fans. J.R.R. Tolkien was a windbag. Okay? The dude made up languages. And I don't mean just blah, 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 whatever syllables come into your head. The man made up entire languages with their own grammar, their own structure, and their own verb tenses and all this other stuff. That was how nerdy J.R.R. Tolkien was. Okay? He was a loud-mouthed schnook who didn't know when to shut up. Stephen King, same way. He's a windbag. You can use any paperback he's ever written as a book stop. As a doorstop, I should say. Although I stopped reading his books years ago. I hate to say it, I love Isaac Asimov, but man, he was a windbag too. Star Wars is being written by windbags. You've got an ounce of plot for every ton of exposition. Okay? Take one little thing that happens and everybody talks about it for 3 hours. Nah, no thank you. I'll sit here and I will wait for either Baby Yoda 3 or I'll just move on to something else. Maybe they'll make another Top Gun movie. Maybe they'll take some other 80s franchise and actually do a good job with it because they've had a good record with it so far. They managed to do a good job with Spider-Man too. I'm saying DC, they're punting their woke guys left and right now. Not out of the comic books yet, but I understand their butts are now on the line. So, from what I understand, DC Entertainment, the film division, is definitely turning unwoke as we speak. That's why they tossed Amber Heard from Aquaman 2, last I heard. Haha, so to speak. Maybe we can finally get somebody to show instead of tell, which is what a visual medium like television and movies are all about. Show, don't tell. Gee, that was a spectacular explosion. Too bad it just happened off camera, huh? Anyway. So, Obi-Wan, let's go back to the 1 to 5 scale. 5, I would start a subscription for it, and 1, I wouldn't even pay attention to it. I'd give it a 0. I would rather have the runs than watch this film.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
so no more Obi-Wan for me. Thank you very much. Go away, Obi-Wan.
Wow. Okay.